What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino, man. I got to talk to y'all about um, holding the sword, withholding the sword, rather I would say. Meaning that sometimes in life people do you dirty. They do some things, they say some things about you, and it could have been based around um, a relationship gone bad, a friendship gone bad, a business partnership gone bad, and y'all just don't have the same love for each other that you used to have. Or you may still have love for that person, they just may not have any love for you. Now, in cases where you know that you have not done anything wrong towards that person, which is kind of shaky because when these types of disputes happen, both sides typically feel like they're right. So, but sometimes, it's clear cut who's right and who's wrong. It's just the person who's in the wrong may be delusional and or just may be in denial or just not gonna admit it, and they're gonna still carry on because they may have been scamming, they may have been doing something dirty and don't want to be revealed. But in a lot of cases, people will try to bury you. They will try to slander your name. They will try to make you look like the bad guy and start to talk down on you or have things to say negatively about you. And you caught off guard by it because you're like, wait a minute. That's not what I did. I didn't do that. I mean, as a matter of fact, they did it. They did this. They did that. And you got receipts, man. You got everything that justifies whatever your claims are. And you're in a position to really, 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 really blow them out the water. But you don't. You withhold the sword. You keep it behind your back. You got it. You could have grabbed them by the hair and yaka and had the head holding up, but you didn't. You showed mercy. And I'm gonna say that in certain cases, that's the right thing to do. That's a good thing to do. And that's why I say the reason why I say certain cases is because a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, depending on the level of severity, how serious the situation is, people who have fallouts and disagreements, they typically patch those things up. They typically, reconciliate at some point. And if you still got love for a person that you've had a falling out with, if you still got love for that person, it's not always a good idea to just start bombing on them, putting them out there, telling things that they confided in you personally, or even if just things just because you're close affiliation with them, you start trying to expose them and put them out there. That's not a good thing to do, especially when the things that you may say about a person have nothing to do with y'all's original conflict. You're reaching for stuff that's unrelated. That's not a cool thing to do. Now, if you're gonna keep it, if you're gonna go there within the framework of what y'all's problem is with each other, what the situation is. And even then, it's a time and place. Even then, sometimes you have to know when to go, man, you know what? I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I could blow you out the frame, but I'm not. I'm gonna elevate above that, and I'm gonna keep moving forward. I'm gonna move myself away from you to the point where we have no communications. And I know what you're thinking. Sometimes you're like, well, man, this person, they tried to ruin me. They tried to slander me. They tried to talk down and lie and do all this different stuff to me. They knew that they were in the wrong. So it's just the law of retaliation. Depending on the severity, yeah, it's a time and place. But sometimes when you look at the whole situation in its totality, you be like, man, that ain't nothing. It ain't even nothing. Or you wait. Just wait. So I'm gonna let you get your little rocks off, okay? He getting his little rocks off. She getting his little rocks off. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna wait. Then it'll reach a point where you finally just go, okay, You may even give them a warning. Okay, just do you really want to play this game? And sometimes they'll think about it and go, you know what? I better leave that alone. You know? Sometimes it goes like that. But other times people, they keep on poking. They keep on poking. And then you let them have it. But my advice is always to avoid the problems as long as you can, you know, depending on the severity. Avoid it as long as you can until it's totally at a point where you are forced to defend yourself. Defend yourself in words and in action at some point. Sometimes you reach a point where you got to do what you got to do. But again, you can have love for a person and just, man, you know what? Hey, man, I know we don't talk no more, but that, you know, that was my boy for 15 years, man. We was cool. I ain't gonna even do him like I could say some stuff, man. It's a whole lot that I could say. You know, a whole lot I could have said, man. We vent like that to our top, man. You already know. If I wanted to, I could ruin everything for him. But again, you don't let your emotion about one situation trick you into, I don't say trick you, cause you to start reaching for other stuff just because you upset, just because, you know, you might be offended, or just because you feel like you're now on the defensive about something that went down. Patience. Keep your sword behind your back as long as you can. But you got it. And it's all right to let them know sometimes. Like, all right. You might look at it like, all right, okay. All right. Tell me what y'all think about this topic, man. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and it's your big brother K-Rino. I'll catch y'all later on with another one real soon. Peace and blessings, man.